You recently called yourself a lifer. That was not my term. You said it, and in fact, all these years we've been together, I never heard it from you, right? But you continued it, continue. So now you said lifer. What does it mean to you? Why are you a lifer? Is that different, or you already answered? You might have answered already.
Well, to me, okay, like if we think of maybe movies that we have watched or something where there's a student, there's a spiritual student, and then there's a spiritual teacher of, many different kinds. And usually that student is with that teacher for a long time. Because when you're on this journey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And there's so much to be healed at first. And then even after a lot of healing, there's always going to be growth. And so that's the way that I personally see it for myself, is that it's a continuous spiritual practice and a continuous evolution, that it's not, to me, it's not like signing up for other things. Like I have business coaches. As I mentioned, I've done a lot of that in the past and still do, but that's different. It's like spiritual school, and I feel like I have to continue that.
You said to me, maybe I could remind you that, and you can tell it true or not, but you said that these are your words. I remember one day you said, I feel so much that I am so successful inside of myself with all the growth I've accomplished, that I just cannot stop now. And of course, my heart melts, right? My heart melted when I ask you, well, because you not constantly, but you need to renew periodically, right? When your round ends, you renew. And I ask, well, maybe you want to have a break for a week or so. And what did you answer? You said, no, I am not going. I'm so successful inside that I cannot even miss a week. I have to be there and I have to continue nonstop. Is that correct? Did I remind you well?
You did remind me of what I said. Yes. Yes, exactly.
On a scale from 1 to 10, of course, we don't have specific measurements, but generally over the years, how you came to me, of course, you had your own before, like you said, you went to different places, you developed spiritually already, but where were you before and where are you now? Can you say on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, yeah. I mean, looking back now, I don't think I would have said this then, but I was probably at like a 2.
Exactly. So let's stop here, because I want to have it as a teaching point. As you know, I always do. Did you even realize where you were? Because as you see now, right, with all my clients, because you get to witness everybody's growth, because we're all here together, you know that first we think that we are on this high level, we're highly functioning, everything is fine, we're so confident and everything. And then people start coming to me, and then what do they discover? That they were not even close to what they were thinking, right?
Yeah.
So that's when you mentioned that's what it was, but because you were not aware. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. So, a lot of my awareness was just mental. It was more cognitive. I had learned a lot of spiritual concepts and a lot of information, a lot of really good stuff, but I wasn't connected to it on a deeper level. I hadn't processed, released certain things. A lot of things were still stuck inside, as is with everybody. But I didn't know that fully. I mean, probably on a more soul level, but I didn't know that.
Right, mentally, because that's what we do consciously, right? Mm-hmm.
Right. So I thought that I was in a much better place than I was. which was good because I accomplished a lot more than I expected, right, at first. And so going back to your question about on a scale, well, yeah, it was probably, I don't know, 2, 3 at best, when we started. And then now I would say I'm at a 10. I mean, yes, there's still always room for improvement, but the 10 just goes higher.
Right, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
growth because we're
Yeah.
here on earth. We cannot be perfect until we ascend. But right now, it's the growth. And 10 here is a very good number, right, to hear, because it just shows that you have exponentially grown, right?
Mhm.
And I also remember you said, I'm reminding you here your own words. I remember you said, I had high expectations already when you came, right? Because you already knew how friend was doing. So the friend was changing. She got great results. So you came to me with high expectations. And then what happened?
My expectations were exceeded. Well, they were met and exceeded, for sure. And yeah, but it's like I knew, I just knew I was in the right place, basically.
Mm-hmm.